कुछ देखने का
All right, what is up, my fellow MLG Call of Duty Elite Gaming Stud Muffin athletes? Welcome to the video. I'm glad you're here, though. If you're new here and you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. Be a winner, don't be a loser. And I'm kind of enjoying playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Numero Uno 2, Electric Boogaloo, Subaru, Blame of Truth, and it's fun. It's not bad to me, the actual gameplay mechanics itself. I really like the guns, I like the marksman rifles, I like the fact that I can run around with this weapon right here in my hands and look like an MLG FaZe Clan member without having to be gay. Wow. Can't be saying that like that. This is 2022. We don't like jokes anymore, and you can't say that you're gonna be canceled. But I am having fun with the core mechanic of the game. It was a bit rough at the beginning, you know, once you get the flow. I think I was pre-ejaculatory early, getting my rocks off, hating on the game as far as the mechanics and fun factor of just playing the game. But we have to keep it real and pack the steel. There is a hell of a lot of stuff that this game is messing up that isn't included, and quite frankly, after 3 years and 3,000 developers who made this game, there's a lot of shit that shouldn't be happening, and there's a lot of stuff that should be in the game. My first gripe, my first problem that I want to really get into here with you fine fellows and ladies and everybody else in between, we do not discriminate, you're all welcome here, is the maps. Where the hell are the maps? We had 8 multiplayer maps on launch. 8. I'm not 8 thoughts. How the hell does that make any sense? It's confusing all the way around both sides of the table. But 8 maps is not, it's just not acceptable. And 2 of the maps are some of the worst maps in the world. The one that's like the traffic jam from Falling Down with Kirk Douglas when he goes in and just says, I wanted a Pepsi, and starts smashing stuff up with the guy's baseball bat. And the other map is just horrible. It's like a huge open area. It just got no flow. Dudes are up in windows where I can't see because they got that bullshit mounting mechanic in a Twitch shooter, which is just ridiculous. And of course you have to do challenges where you're prone or mounting, so you find dudes all the time mounting, even though no one likes to mount. Only thing I like mounting is your mom.
Boom. Roasted.
So that leaves us with 6 multiplayer maps. 6. I mean, I was trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't really pay much attention. I'm playing the game. I'm thinking, like, why do I keep playing these same maps over and over again? Oh, because there's only 6 maps. There's only goddamn 6 maps, man. How is that even possible? Like, I'll tell you it's possible. That's because 3,000 people in 3 years hired for identity politic purposes and gender pronouns made this video game, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay?
I mean, it just goes to show how inept these guys are. I mean, whoever made the core mechanics of the game, I like the gunplay. I like the guns. The attachments seem to be useless for the most part. There are some attachments that seem to help, but everything you do with the gun has a negative. It's just nothing really actually positive unlocking things, because everything you unlock seems to have some kind of negative quality to it, so they seem to offset each other. So you kind of feel like unlocking things is sort of useless because you don't actually get any benefits from it, because like I said, you always got to take a loss with the win. How does that make any sense? I want to feel as if I'm unlocking things to make my gun better, not unlocking things to be handicapped. Sort of like how these people think over there in California. Equality of outcome instead of equality of opportunity, throwing in some political jargon there for you guys. Keep up, snappy snap snaps. But there are a lot of functions missing from the game, and things aren't working properly, and the gunsmith is just a freaking, I don't know, a conglomerate mess of just blah, blah, blah. But I do have some information about what's happening, and things are coming up, and I know we got 2 years, so if Call of Duty goes by the regular plans of the past, I imagine in 6 months or so, the game will be fantastic. Lots of maps, 3 seasons under the belt, 2 seasons under the belt, and the game will be great. 6 months. It's really weird, though. They got 3 years, but after launch, they have to finish the game post-launch, which is after launch, which is the same thing I just said before, repeating myself, but without the different words. We're making videos go 8 minutes long. Smash the like button, subscribe, get me some ad revenue, please. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Not buying them Yeezys, though, because that guy is a racist. No, he's not a class. He's just speaking the truth, and you can't insult the people he's talking about because they right. But I got some stuff coming out that perhaps maybe will make this game better. I'm a little bit of news here for all you guys. The latest breaking hitting the press is straight off the press. Read it all about it. There's new image leaks are pointing to Shoot House and Shipment being the 2 new fan favorite maps that are coming to Season 1 in November. awesome. We get to play maps that have been in the game for 15 years, but they remaster them to make them seem new because these guys making the game can't actually think of any new ideas. They have to rehash it old school because this generation of developers and entertainment, if you notice, everything is 80s. Cobra Kai, Maverick, all the good stuff was in the past because these people lack any imagination or any creativity. Also, some bad news. Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep are going to be removed after Warzone 2 comes out, so that's awesome. The best two things about, Rebirth Island, the best two things about the Battle Royale are gone. That makes no sense. Well, yes, it does. It's totally on par with Infinity Ward's thinking, which is back-assward. It seems, though, that the legal issues involving Activision when it comes to the maps, at least, has been worked out, because I didn't know if you know this. I'm assuming that you knew this, but let me refrain and refresh your memory. There was a legal action with some of the maps because they took liberties and didn't get the copyright, and they just basically copied places in the world and locations and buildings without actually getting the permission from those places to put them in the game for copyright purposes. So there was threats that they had to take them out of the game, like that first time that race game or whatever map. The Raceway map is what I'm trying to get to. Thank you. Please have patience with me. I think I got kicked in the head, or I was dropped by a kid, or my mom smoked marijuana when I was in the womb growing up, so I kind of got some kind of developmental issues.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
But just want to clear it up. I think I do have developmental issues. Smash that like button, subscribe for equality for people with Downs who are making YouTube videos and trying to make a living out here. So yeah, the maps are going to be cool. They're not going to get rid of the maps. So instead of 6 good maps, we had 3, which would have been awesome. We've been totally on par with Call of Duty and how it kind of sucks when it comes to anything besides the gunplay. There seems to be some bad news, though, as well. Sledgehammer Games seems to be handling the post-Modern Warfare 2 launch information. So there's supposed to be some kind of new game next year that's not really a new game, but it's like a live operation game. I'm not sure what they're doing, but the details are this, that the next game by Treyarch is coming out in 2024. So that's not next year, but the year after, for those of you who aren't keeping track of the calendar. And next year will be Modern Warfare 2 Premium. Paid expansion by Sledgehammer, whatever that means, not sure, but there's some kind of new game that's not a new game, that's really a new game, that's just going to be some rehash, cash grab, because think about this, they made $1 billion already within 2 weeks of this game launching, and if they don't launch something new next year, they'd be giving up another $1 billion, and when you are a publicly traded company, it is your legal duty to make as much money as you can for your shareholders. Also, pharmaceutical companies are public traded companies, and their job is to make as much money as possible for their shareholders, but they're disguised that and trying to help public people and keep us healthy and all that kind of stuff. You gotta be quiet again. My kid drone struck. I don't want to end up like Julian Assange. So a lot of content coming next 2 years. It will be interesting. We will be keeping it live and keeping our ear to the grind for you folks out there. So I have all the top Call of Duty information. Probably not. JGod might be a better source of information. I don't know. I'm not paid by Activision to make Call of Duty videos, so I'm not a shill. You get the real deal, or Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson biting off ears type mentality. Just crazy out here. I want your soul. I'm gonna eat your children. You can eat this dick. But last but not least, what you need to do is, without any kind of prejudice, smash that like button with your dong if you can. Just get up, just give it a head smash, tash, mushroom tip smash, and I'm getting the hell out of here. I think I've worn my welcome out enough. I'm just gonna end this, rip the Band-Aid off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But really, before I go, you guys got to remember to brush and floss regularly to help promote healthy oral hygiene. And last but not least, and really most important, look both ways for crossing the street, help prevent forest fires, make sure to extinguish them before you leave the campground. Usually piss on them, jumping up your old warm beer that you left around the night before. But really last but not least, and most importantly, I've definitely got developmental issues. I think my mom smoked crack or something while I was in the womb. And then stay black, question authority, and don't want to hoggy cracker. Shit to Billy Boots, Harris, Skin Tails, 9 to Tops, George House, 7 up in me, home, Al's a flat, Miss Bake, Al's Jones, Bill Hicks, Fortune Fuzz, White Man, bring it.